guys, welcome to this episode, and today we're going to show you how to properly prepare and coat your wheels. We have a very nice Focus RS inside with uni black wheels and tricky. So we're going to lift them up, take off the wheels first, and then start the prep. I did some taping on the bolt not to damage the black wheels. You can buy these bushings, but when you don't have it, just give it a round of tape. Once we have loosened the bolts, we can take off the rim. So I do it by hand. You can buy these metal pins, which you can screw in to guide your wheel off. Because what happens frequently is when people are taking wheels off, they hit with the wheel the caliper, paint chips off, and your caliper is done. So now we have to be very careful. If you don't have anybody else to ask to take it off, ask some help, not to ruin nicely painted calipers. So be aware. The wheel is off. While the wheels are off your car, it's a great opportunity to give your wheel arches a proper clean, and for sure to coat the brake calipers as well. You can use GYEON rim for that. And the preparation we will show later, but it's kind of the same preparation as you do on the wheels. Properly clean, properly prep and degrease, and then you can coat. We're gonna start cleaning the wheel. The wheel is pretty dirty. We're gonna completely dry spray it with iron. Use a liberate amount. Meanwhile, we take a GYEON tire, and while we're at it, we're also cleaning inside of this tire. Spray already the outside. Okay. We take our GYEON brush, and it's very easy to follow the lines without scratching the paintwork. I'm gonna take iron for the front. So give it 2 to 3 minutes to properly let the iron removal be done properly, and then we're gonna rinse it and respray iron again to make sure that every part of iron is off it before we start prepping and coating the wheel. Ten minutes later, and we're back in the studio. We used GYEON tar on the inside. When necessary, you can use clay. In this case, it was not necessary. The wheel is still damp, tire is still wet and clean, inside as well. So I'm now gonna prep the wheel before we start the coating procedure. So what I like to do is, even when the wheel is still a little bit of, has a little bit of water on it, I take GYEON prep and I liberally spray GYEON prep everywhere on the wheel, so that I make advantage of prepping the wheel with a little bit of water on it. It doesn't matter. Just to make sure we do 2 wipe downs anyway, and we do the same on the inside. I spray it fully with GYEON prep, and now we're gonna take some bolt wipes and give this final wipe. So I take multiple bolt wipes and I start wiping it dry properly with the first one, and then I will do the procedure with the second, and if necessary with a third one, to have it squeaky clean and degreased properly for the coating. So we take out the emblems because I don't want any moisture to come out while we are coating. It's just a push on the backside and the emblem is out. So make sure everything is squeaky clean. So now when the wheel is properly prepped, I left some stuff on it just to show you something. So I'm gonna take a light, our GYEON Prism light. And with this light, we're gonna inspect how bad the wheel is, and if we haven't forgotten something to clean off so that our coating can bounce properly. So it's a black wheel. Pictures on Facebook or social media, they look great. So I will show you what improper washing and using the improper brushes can do to a black wheel. So that's why when we explain how to clean wheels, we try to clean coated wheels or new wheels as touchless as possible. This is the reason. So on purpose, I also left some stuff and dirt inside the wheel just to show you that you don't see it when you don't inspect it, but in between the spokes, when you zoom in with the camera, you will see there is still a lot of dirt there. When you don't clean it, the coating cannot bond. And this is where you want the coating to work for more easy cleaning of your wheels. So make sure you double check your prep. Whether you have black wheels or gray wheels, in the areas where there is a lot of brake dust or has been a lot of brake dust, it's really important to get them squeaky clean. So what I'm going to do before we really start the coating, afterwards we don't have a second chance, I'm going to take some GYEON prep and I put it on my towel and I will go over every single corner on the wheel. So in every single corner, I'm going to really push hard to make sure that it's squeaky clean, because this is the place where all the contaminants bond, and this is the place where the iron particles get stuck really hard. So make sure these corner edges inside the bolts, in between the spokes, are really done twice, if necessary 3 times, before you start applying any coating. Prepping is done. We're going to start coating. We have GYEON rim. So in the box we have the suede applicators. We have the rim bottle. I'm going to open it. There we go. Make sure you wear gloves when you apply any coating or even using any chemical. I'm going to take for sure 2 GYEON wipes. I always try to start by the valve and work my way in sections when you have for sure a black and kind of complex spokes. So I put it on the suede applicator, a liberal amount of product, and I start by applying it. I'm not going to wait any longer to try to wipe off this product. So I take a brand new Boltwipe and we're going to level and remove the coating immediately. So no waiting needed. Every time after my first towel, I take a second fresh towel and do a final wipe after that again. This is just a secure wipe to make sure that I have no leftovers and will have no high spots or differences in colors. I'll show you a little bit how it looks when we can take the lights. And when you come over with the camera, I can show you from here, from this angle. We started with the valve. We worked our way up this way. So we have a much darker and nicer looking rim on this side than we have on this side. Of course it's scratched, but this is something from previous car washes. But the look of the rim is much nicer and much deeper and will for sure be much easier to maintain. So now we will continue to proceed in thirds until we finished the front, and then I'll get back to you with the back. So for the inside of the rim, it's really easy to use a block because it's a flat surface, and I like to really saturate my suede applicator with a pretty good amount of product. And on the inside of the rim, I do like this, and I go quick over it to make it really thick layer. So I do half of the wheel. In this case, I have some reference points, which are these. And now I take my first towel. Okay, the wheel is fully coated inside outside, and I'm gonna do a check now with our GYEON prism, but with our diffuser cap. I'm gonna put it on just to make sure I have no high spots, so I don't want to overlight it, but I'm gonna give some diffuse light, use it with an angle, and check if I don't have any high spots left on this black wheel. If you have, you will still have the time to remove it, to do a quick wipe. This will not be a big issue. ready with coating the wheel inside and outside, and now it's ready to go back on the car. If you have any question regarding the coating on the wheel, write it down in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Ciao!